Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another episode of Unfiltered Sports here on the
I think he's
OG
still on
Network.
mute.
Y'all can hear me now?
Can
Yo, you can hear me?
That's me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Let me see something real fast.
Difficulties.
All right, let me try now real fast. Let me get my headphones. See if we can do something with that. 1 second.
Oh.
All right, let's try this now. Can you hear me?
All right, I got. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, but you can't hear Shaq.
Can't hear shit. No.
All right, I'm gonna refresh it, Shaq, and see what happens.
All right.
That's fine.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now, but I couldn't hear you when you was away.
Should I
Yeah,
just
shit.
leave and join back?
Huh?
Should I leave and join back? Or should Shaq leave and join back?
Shaq, can you hear Shaq?
You can't
Hey,
hear
I'm
me,
Shaq. No, I can't hear him.
but you can hear me, Ron.
I can hear you. He can hear you.
Yeah,
All right, so I know.
see if he can join back in and see if that works.
Yeah, go out and come back in and see what happens.
All right.
That way we know what's going on. Because I thought I was
Yeah, that's
good.
why I refresh it and now get back out the way. We're having technical issues. Hang in there. Show will begin in a little bit. Just hang in there. Hang in there. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Y'all do all that good stuff. But hang in there because we will be back. We just had to we had some technical issues. Just a little bit. We're fixing it a little bit. Calm down, calm down.
Somebody call the doctor.
Calm down. All right. Say
All
something,
right,
Shaq.
All right,
can
it's
hear
good
me
now. Yep.
All right.
Good.
All right, yeah, good. Appreciate
All right. See y'all later. I'm gone.
it. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to Unfiltered Sports.
Now
here.
I can't hear you. What? Like, what?
It might be because he moved
Yo,
this.
what is going on?
Hold on, OG, you gonna have to come back in. You gonna have to sit on the show.
Oh, now I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Oh yeah. So it's probably because I'm out the
And
show.
I can't hear him. Yo, what is going on?
It's fine. We good. You can hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we good. So we
All
gonna
right,
keep
cool.
working the way we working right now. OG just gonna have to sit in the screen and we're gonna
Okay,
make it that
cool.
way.
I'm
So
gonna sit here and smile.
it's not the first time he joined in on the show, but on Unfiltered Sports, we don't care about people's feelings. We don't care about the PR stunts. We don't care about publicity. We just care about the truth and the unfiltered truth. None of that biasness. People come here to hear that PR publicity stunts. They got the wrong crew today, and we here to talk trash talk unfiltered sports, but most importantly, we're here to have fun at the same time. And so I'm going to pass the mic over to our special guest. He's going to introduce himself. We're going to hear a little bit about his story, and then we're going to get right into it. The floor is yours.
Yeah, it's good, Doug Nation. Damian Draper Jr., number 5. Just got signed 2 years. Ain't really got nothing to say. I'm just ready to work, ready to hoop. 20 years young. A little bit of story, been playing basketball all my life. Um, ever since I've been born. A little rough start through high school, but yeah, of course I've been playing all my life. Always was with the older kids. Wasn't growing up. I wasn't really with the older or kids my age, but yeah. So now I'm here now, ready to hoop, man.
Listen, it's always it's always a pleasure to have a player or somebody from the team coming on and just sharing their story, so people that watch us live know what they're about and who they are, right? Because the fans, they all they can see when they watching the games live on YouTube is the player playing the game. They don't know the story behind that player. They don't know what the struggles they've gone through and different things like that. And one of the craziest things is that every Saturday that we've had a game, or any day we had a game and we had the opportunity, it was streamed through OG Network. And he has almost 6,000 followers on his network. And the crazy part about it is that when game days are live, you thought the venue was crazy, but the chat be crazy online. Like when we played the First State Warriors in Dell State, and the buzzer beater was hit by Kenny, like the whole crowd like on the chat was crazy. When we played Philly Thunder a couple times,
Yep.
chat was going crazy.
Trash talking.
Yeah, right, trash talking. When we played Richmond
Yeah,
that first round of the playoffs, I mean the chat was going wild. Somebody came into the chat
yeah,
right before the game even started and was like, "Yo, y'all better beat them by 40 plus points." And then what happened?
yeah,
We ended up winning by like 50 points or whatnot. So
yeah.
like
We killed
people
them.
like they be putting it in the chat and they be going crazy. And so one of the biggest things we're trying to work on this season is continue to stream on the OG network, but we're going to update it, go across the board with the scoreboard and everything, so that way the chat can see the scoreboard live and all that good stuff. But as you get your support system, the biggest thing that we're trying to do with the YouTube and streaming our games is to get our subscribers up and our followings. And so what we're trying to do with that is, if we can get to 500 subscribers, we can start to see some advertisements being put on the YouTube channel in itself when we're live or whatnot. And so like in the middle of the game while we're live streaming, an ad might pop up or whatever, and then that could be like a stream of income for us or whatever. And then when we hit 1,000 subscribers, YouTube will start jumping in and start pitching in money or whatever it may be, and be like, "Yo, here you go." So now we still giving our games for free on YouTube, but now
Yeah,
YouTube like, "You listen, I got you. I'm gonna take care of you." And then boom, boom, and we always talk about, "Yo, we want to pay our staff and our players the top dollar or whatever." And this is an opportunity that we can continue to go and say, "Yo, we got this, we got this, we taking care of everybody" or whatnot. But as we continue to jump in and talk basketball or whatnot, what actually got you interested in playing basketball when you were younger?
So LeBron's my favorite player.
Right.
Those who don't know, people who do know grew up with me, they know that. But so yeah, LeBron's my favorite player. First player I ever watched. So he got me into it, and then as I kept watching and progressing over the years growing up, um, I started paying attention to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, my favorite point guard, just the way he played, and play with a lot of energy. Play real angry, That's how I kind of play sometimes. But yeah, so ever since then, it's just been LeBron, Russell Westbrook. There's a couple other players that I watch, but it's just mainly them two.
That's good. That's good. It's funny that you say this, right? Because there's a guy, and I'm surprised he's not in the chat right now, but he's challenged. I'm saying that's the nicest way to put it. When I say he's challenged, I mean like he has to be over 50 because he's a Dan Marino fan. He says he was born in Florida, in Miami, and that's why he was a Dan Marino fan. He liked the Dolphins. So that's one team he likes in Miami. But then he says he's a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. He's in PA now. So you just jump states. And then from there, he jumped from PA all the way to Golden State and talk about, "I'm a Golden State Warriors fan." But he's a LeBron supporter to the day he dies. And when I mean the fact that he's a LeBron supporter, like he's like, "Oh, LeBron is Bronny's the best player to coming out of this draft, and Bronny's better than Bryce, and I'm like, listen, Bryce is better than Bronny James. Number one, number two, LeBron is. It's time for him to hang it up because he's just like he's washed at this point. He's over 40.
Whoa. I want to say washed.
He's washed.
He's
100%
not washed.
He a
Like, you see
LeBron
he's doing
fan,
right
so
now in the playoffs.
he already on the defense.
Listen, he scored 41 this past game. That was the first time he scored that many points in how long? How long?
I couldn't even tell you, honestly.
Exactly. This was the first time in 21 years. Is the first time in 21 years he has not won an NBA accolade.
Hey man, this is LeBron at the end of the day. We good.
Yeah, I mean,
Lakers are 5, you know.
Not if they got Bronny on the court. He choked against OKC.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna get into it. Nah.
He choked. He choked against. How many turnovers in the span of 3 minutes did he have?
I think I turned the game off, Walker. To be honest.
He had in the span of 3 minutes. He had 7 turnovers in 3 minutes.
I think I got so mad that I just turned it off. Just watching it because everybody get injured. I was like, yeah, I gotta turn it off. I can't do it.
that's funny.
He's literally like he needs to develop more, and that's just his problem. If he stays in the development league for another year and fully develops to play, I think he can be a dominant player in the NBA. But he's hard-headed, and the reason I say that is because he doesn't want to sit in just one place. I got a feeling that because LeBron's contract is over, he's going to be a free agent. He's going to do one more year, not a retirement tour, but he's going to be the first father-son duo to play on the same team. I think that Bryce is going to get drafted to Cleveland, and then they're going to send LeBron and Bronny over to Cleveland as well, and that's what's going to happen. But they got to get rid of James Harden. That's what's got to happen. They got to keep that. It's got to happen.
It's iffy. Not gonna lie. You gotta play a contract game with it. So it really depends on how it goes. Because you would not only would you have to get rid of James Harden, but you gotta get rid of Evan Mobley or somebody, or Max Strus. Like somebody with a high contract on the team.
Right.
That's the way I see it.
But see, you gotta keep, you gotta keep Spider over there and let him do his thing. And then
you gotta give away a big name. That's what
And it's like the Sixers. They got to get rid of Paul George and then eventually get rid of Joel Embiid, because every single season since Joel Embiid been with the Sixers, he has been injured come playoff time, and he has not been able to successfully lead the Sixers to a finals appearance. And when we look at it, it's not time to rebuild around Joel Embiid anymore. It's time to rebuild around VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey and watch them do work. The fact that they beat Boston,
that shows you something.
It shows you that it's possible. It's going to be a problem, right? And so, outside of watching LeBron in the LeBron era or whatnot, right? If you had to go back and tell your younger self one thing that you know now about basketball, what would it be and why?
Good question. If I could go back now, I don't really know, because the game evolved. So if you go back, like, I like older basketball instead of this new, like, I don't know why. I just like the old, like 2010 from like 2000, I guess you could say like 17-ish, even 2000. Matter of fact, no, 2008 to 2016. That era of basketball, I just love that era because it was before the whole 3-point, thing, and it was just pure basketball. Like,
right.
I know everybody was getting their stats, but it was just pure basketball to me. Everybody was a rival. Everybody was some type of beef or whatever you could call it. So everybody didn't like each other. Now it's like you got to be friends. Too much smiling for me. Like I just, that's why Russell Westbrook is my favorite point guard, because he don't tolerate none of that on the court. He cool with you off it, but on the court it's enemies.
Even before then, that's what basketball was like. If you look at the history of basketball, like in our era, my era, of course, I'm a lot older, but and everybody's doing. They do comparison, but the problem is just the same thing with football. Is that
Right.
what some look at it evolve, we look at it as soft
Mm-hmm. That's
because
true,
it's
right? Because if you
right.
look at like how soft the NBA is today, you look how soft the NFL is today, right? Is that they're
Mhm.
trying to protect certain people
Right.
in certain positions. Like you're trying to protect the quarterback, you're trying to protect some of these star players. But just
But
think
even our
about
era, even my generation was
right,
considered soft compared to the generation after that because, like football, they played with leather helmets. There wasn't no
yeah, there's
shell and all.
no padded
They
helmet or
was
nothing
called
like
the
that.
leatherheads, and
But
Yeah.
they had these helmets that was just made of leather.
but
So they gonna look at it as
right,
where do you draw the fine line between? My thing is this: is that you paying these people a lot of money.
mm,
You paying them a lot of money to put their life on the line.
right,
So when you play, like if you look at football, playing football is like getting into a car accident all day long.
right.
Maybe you're not getting hit with a car, but you gotta look at some of the hits these guys take every single day. So they're getting a lot of money to play this sport that they say they love.
You have that CTE. That's what's
But the
going to
more
happen.
you make it soft, it's like,
Mhm.
well, if you're gonna make it soft and safe, why are you? It ain't even entertaining no more.
Right.
It's supposed to be a gladiator sport. You're supposed to be bloodied and bust up and all that other stuff. It's like going in the box. It's like watching boxing and say, well, boxing don't hit too hard.
Right. Well, see,
Basketball used to be a rough, tough sport. Like it was, it had some aggression. It was trash talking. They were aggressive, and when they started making it so soft, it's like that's why you see all these points scored.
right.
You didn't see basketball player teams getting 100 points every time you turn around. Now it's like,
Mm-hmm. What that even goes to this point, right? Is when he's saying like if you look at the Jordan era, right, and in the
yeah,
Jordan era, that was probably one of the most physically dominating eras of basketball, right? Because every time someone like Charles Barkley, Jordan, uh, Vince Carter, they going Tim Duncan, even they going to the basket, they getting hit. Even Shaq,
Facts.
boom, he getting hit, right?
Mm.
Then you turn around and you look at the era now, and you look
You
at the
can't even
Kobe
touch
era.
nobody.
Right. You look at the Kobe era. Kobe was still trying to mimic Jordan's playing style and being physical and aggressive. He tears Achilles, and what happened? He walked right to that free throw line. He shot his free throws. Then he walked off the court and did what he had to do. You look at LeBron. He tried, he get a little bump and he flopping everywhere. You can't touch him without, trying to do that stuff. It's true. It happens. It happened in Miami. It happened in Cleveland. Somebody touched him the other day. Actually, my point in case about LeBron being a flop, right? And everything goes LeBron's ways because what game was it? I think the last game he played or whatever, he jumped in front of the guy, like truck sticked him, like he was playing football, and then from there, the dude he like gets a foul against him. So I'm like, what the heck is actually happening here? Like they call a foul against the other person who got trucked and ran over by LeBron. And then LeBron goes down and talk about like, wiping his head. He do the same thing, wiping his head like this.
You know,
yeah.
you
I'm not.
wipe your head, put
Yeah,
it in his jersey.
I'm not a
I'm not.
LeBron fan, right? I'm not a
Um,
LeBron fan, but let me
I
make
don't
this
know
clear
how to say because it's
to his
like
to
with
LeBron's
LeBron,
point.
it's like he's 6'8", 240, running at you full speed. He
Right.
can't
Right.
really do nothing about that. And then it's when he was like back in like when he was his first, I guess, 2 MVPs. Like
Mm-hmm.
no. When he was in Miami, he had to flop because he wasn't getting no fouls, and they would be blatant fouls. So it was like I don't know
Right.
how to really
That's kind of how I
disagree,
listen.
but
I'm not a
I agree
LeBron
with
fan,
you.
but
He was flopping.
you got to look at it like this. Like I'm not a LeBron fan, but I here's the thing like this. I look at it the same way you look at Floyd Mayweather as a boxer, right?
Mm.
If this is what y'all gonna make the sport into, then I'm
Right.
gonna take full advantage of it. So if I'm gonna make all this money and not have to do what they had to do to get be that, then why not? Why would I go out there and do all this extra stuff and I'm still gonna make the same amount of money? Why not flop? Why if y'all gonna give me the calls, then I'm gonna take the calls.
So let's bring this topic of discussion back up here then, right? If Jordan in the Jordan era was the person that kids looked up to, make me like Mike, Kobe in the Kobe era, Mamba, Black Mamba, Kobe, they shooting the basket. What are kids talking about these days in the LeBron era? Who are they talking about?
All right, hold on. Let me stop you right there. LeBron era was 2011 to 2018, right?
He's
So
still playing. It's
give me
still
that.
his era.
No, I don't call it this era. This era is more like Jokic, Wemby, like all the new like
It's the
Europeans. I
start,
call
but
it the
this is the end of the
it's
LeBron
the
era.
end of LeBron, but I don't call it this LeBron era.
You got to
But
look
then
at.
again,
We're gonna
it's
give LeBron
LeBron
his prime
slash
time
Steph
era.
Curry era
You
because
got to
once
look at
Steph Curry started
LeBron's
getting
prime
off,
time era.
yeah,
But but here's the thing though, right? In the LeBron era, right? Who was still playing basketball in the LeBron era?
uh,
Steph Curry was.
LeBron, Steph, Paul George, Russ, Kevin Durant, James Harden,
They got
Dwayne
my
Wade,
man Damian Lillard
Kobe
over there.
still,
They
Dame
self
Lillard,
Philly.
yeah, Dame
But
Lillard.
see, the thing is though, right? Even then, you still had Ray Allen playing. You still had the Truth playing. You still had some of these key players still playing in the LeBron era. But when kids today shoot the basketball, who are they trying to mimic? Not
Steph Curry.
LeBron. Not LeBron.
They want to make Steph Curry. If we be totally
It's Steph
honest.
Curry. So how can you say LeBron is the GOAT of something if they manage to
Thank you.
worship?
LeBron is the GOAT. You see what he said in the chat? Thank
this
you.
This dude is smoking crack. This is the dude we were
Oh,
talking about.
yeah, thank you. I like my man. Yeah.
This is the psychopath we've been talking about from the beginning. He
Hey,
likes
man.
Miami Dolphins for Dan Marino. He's got
Yeah,
to
we
be
gotta
19
talk about
years old almost. That's the problem. He's
Yeah,
delusional.
yeah. Can we talk about that? Like, what's all the? He got to explain himself because you moved from Miami, Pittsburgh to San Francisco. Like, what's the whole dynamic with that? I just want to know.
He don't know. That's the problem.
He might
know the dynamic.
he might have been a
That's
foster
different.
child.
I'm gonna keep it a B.
He might have been a
Anywhere
foster
LeBron
child.
go, I go. So I'm gonna leave it at that. In terms of football, I'm not really a big football fan, but like when I was like 11, 12 years old, when the Legion of Boom was a thing, I just
Right.
gravitated toward them. So I've been a Seahawks fan ever since. And then that's really it.
But see,
like,
this
wherever
dude,
LeBron
he's
goes,
just
we
like
rock.
he's delusional. He likes Golden State, right? But the
Yeah.
fact of it is like he's like Golden State is better than this team and better than that team. But where's Golden State right now? They sitting
sit
at
at-
home on the
They
beach.
in Mexico right now.
Right. They in Cancun having a
They
blast.
in Cancun. Yeah.
Like that's just a problem in itself. But he talks
Right.
about how LeBron. We talk about how
Thank you, Gas Shack. Yeah, LeBron the GOAT and but
he's not. You can't call LeBron the GOAT, right? If in his own era, kids don't want to be like him. Kids want to be like Steph in this LeBron era. In this generation, the end of this generation, kids want to be like Steph. When they shoot the basketball, they not shooting the basketball. Talk about LeBron. They talk about Curry, Chef Curry. Like that's what he's talking about. But when you look in the Kobe era, in the Kobe time frame, kids talk about Kobe, Black Mamba, and then obviously in the Jordan era, everybody want to talk about make me like Mike. But not once, like kids talk about, I want to be like LeBron. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like you might hear the occasional kid talk about, I want to be
I
like.
say it's occasional. It's occasional kids.
But it's not like 90% of the
every-
people out there talk about, I want to be like Curry. I want to do this. I want to do that. Not everybody is respecting LeBron in his so-called era. In my opinion, you cannot take LeBron and call him the GOAT over Jordan or Kobe if they don't respect him in the time frame that he's been playing basketball.
I mean, honestly
I
speaking,
can't argue that. I really can't. I can't argue it. I can't.
Michael Jordan
But
is a freak of nature, bro.
LeBron's
Like,
still the best player to ever live.
Michael Jordan is
Yeah.
when you look at those people, when you look at Michael Jordan's a freaking name. Unless you watch Michael Jordan play, you really don't know how good Michael Jordan is. Like that's
Right.
why, like he's in his 20s. He don't know what Michael Jordan was. He only hears stories and stuff like that. He don't
Man,
know what Michael Jordan was. On
People in
the
the early 2000s
Other
watched
than
Michael
highlights.
Jordan play on the Wizards. That's
No,
the,
I'm saying like he don't really know he knows the
Right.
stories. He know highlights, but he never watched Michael Jordan play and the people that Michael Jordan had to play up against.
see the thing is too, right? This debate can go up too, right? Is in the Michael Jordan era, what point guard crossed him over in his own era? The answer, it was Iverson.
Iverson.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
people didn't automatically say I'm gonna be Iverson. I'm gonna be the next Iverson. I'm gonna do this, right? People changed their style to match the clothes that he was wearing. Basketball players were wearing the baggy shorts. Basketball players again the cornrows. Basketball players started wearing the headbands and different things like that, right?
Yeah.
On top of it all, people still said make me like Mike. And that's why even
I mean,
then, Space Jam was
you
about
look at it right now. Who sells the most sneakers?
Jordan
Yeah.
does. Jordan sells the most
One
sneakers.
thing I will say is LeBron cannot act. So Space Jam 2,
Yeah,
horrible movie.
LeBron just needs to hang it up. Like Space Jam
That
2
was a
was trash.
horrible movie.
I was very
LeBron about bad, but
I
he can't do that.
I am a Space Jam fan. Like that is my favorite movie outside of Mighty Ducks, and he made that a horrible movie. And I was like, this is trash. On top of it all, right when they had Bow Wow playing and like Mike, and he was like, make me like Mike. It was because he wanted to be like Jordan. Yeah, he crossed over Iverson and did all of that stuff, but the movie was about Jordan. Space Jam, the original Space Jam, the movie was about Jordan. There's no, I mean, outside of the documentaries on Netflix, there's really nothing out there about LeBron. Even his own movie that he was made, like it brings out the truth about LeBron and the struggles he had growing up and how this NIL thing, he accepted a jersey or whatever and it became a big thing.
Hey, hold on. He owed us something though. Tyrese Maxey. You think Tyrese Maxey or LeBron?
I don't think Tyrese Maxey is better than
Okay.
LeBron, but the fact of the
Sure.
nature is that Tyrese Maxey is a superstar. Tyrese Maxey is number 8 in the running for MVP this season alone. VJ Edgecombe is a finalist for Rookie of the Year this season alone. And the fact that the Sixers are the only standing team out of the top 3 contenders for Rookie of the Year says something about that rookie that the Sixers drafted. He said himself, because he's smoking crack, that VJ Edgecombe was not a good basketball player.
Wait. He said that?
He said that. He said VJ
I was on your side, man. I was on your side.
He said
Y'all
VJ
can't-
was not a good basketball player. And the fact that VJ scored 30 points and had 10 rebounds in a playoff game was the first person to do so since Tim Duncan. It says a
Jack,
lot.
you a Sixers fan?
I'm a Sixers fan, an Eagles fan, a Phillies fan, a Flyers fan, whatever Philly, I'm Philly.
Delusional.
But I know my facts.
You know your facts, but you're a Philly fan, so all Philly fans are delusional.
Bronny is not Rookie of the Year. This is what I mean. He's smoking crack. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The man is delusional. He got dementia or something because he don't know what he be talking about half the time. And the fact is that I know when my team is trash. I was pissed off that the Sixers got cooked by 32 points to the Celtics in the first game of the series, right? To make it even better, we talk about the Eagles in the playoffs and how they got cooked. Why? Because they should have fired their offensive coordinator. They should have started switching up the playbooks. They should have started bringing more weapons to help in with Jalen Hurts or whatnot. You cannot sit here and say that, like it's this offensive coordinator is just Jalen Hurts is that. No, you got to get Saquon involved. You got to get AJ Brown off of social media and stop talking like that. You got to get Devontae more involved. You got to bring in another tight end. You got to bring in a fullback that can actually punch the ball in the end zone. And if teams are starting to copy the tush push and the NFL wants to ban the tush push, you got to bring back the fullback run. You got to bring in the fake tush push. You got to start implementing some of this stuff that's going to start making your team set apart. And the fact that nobody can stop it is crazy. And what the Eagles need to do, and I said this since the start of the season, they need to bring back the Philly special and run that in the goal line territory because it will work. It has worked in college. It has worked in the Super Bowl. It is proven to be a successful play. And now the tush push is another thing on top of that. When it comes to the Phillies, I am pissed off at the Phillies right now, as a matter of fact, because the fact is that they are sitting one game maybe above the Mets in the division right now. I know it's still 180, like 170 something games left in the season, but come the hell on. You can't seem to win a game. You lose by 9-10 runs almost every single game, and you can't seem to start swinging the bats the correct way. It is what it is. But the Flyers, they are on fire. They are cooking Pittsburgh right now in hockey. They're one game away from winning the series and moving on. And if they do so, this might be their year that they actually go all the way to the Stanley Cup and win it. And that's not being delusional. It's the fact that 3 weeks ago now, they weren't even a contender for a playoff spot. They won 15 games straight, got a playoff spot, and now look at them. They're just playing great hockey and they're playing great sports. The fact is that some of these delusional fans, I ain't gonna curse on the live, but some of these delusional fans are just stupid. They don't know why they like the team that they like. Yeah, you like Miami for Dan Marino, but why the hell else do you like Miami? It's got to be something more than just Dan Marino that you stuck on that. You got rid of your quarterback because when he got hit so many times, he looked like the dude from Scary Movie talking about grab my strong hand. He was doing that kind of stuff. You don't know why you got rid of Cheetah after he got hurt. Like, you just getting rid of people to get rid of him. And then on top of that, you fire your coach.
Yeah,
like you just doing stuff to do it is just delusional. And you see he's delusional because we talking about football right now and everything else, but he's talking about LeBron is running circles around broken up Embiid. Like, we're not even doing that topic no more. Like, it just
hey,
but
man.
It's just
but you got a good point there.
he do. LeBron's old, Joel Embiid's broken up or whatever, but
But all right, you got to think about this.
It's time for Philly.
LeBron is as old as LeBron is. He's still in way better health than Joel Embiid.
I give it to him because guess what? LeBron James, yes, he's in better health than Joel Embiid, but I give that to him because how much money does LeBron spend every single year to make sure his body is in the top shape with nutrition?
I believe it's like between like 1 and 2.5 million.
1 and 2.5 million.
It's like something like that.
All right, how much LeBron make a year?
Yeah, he makes top dollar because it's his name. He got a shoe endorsement or whatever. Good for him.
And whenever the Lakers went to the finals, was LeBron there?
The last time the Lakers went to the finals was what? COVID year?
I'm saying, was LeBron playing?
Yeah, he was playing.
How many playoff games Joel Embiid been in?
He been in a little bit, not a lot. I can count on my hands how many he been in. That's the crazy part. But
so my point is that Joel Embiid, in my opinion, is a bad investment.
For sure.
Why is he still there?
I said this from the start, but the thing is that they are talking about trust the process, and this is where they're building around Joel Embiid because they're trusting the process. And ever since Joel Embiid, trusting the process around Joel Embiid.
How long Joel been with the Sixers?
It's been almost 15 years now.
All right, so how long? No, Joel ain't been there for 15 years.
Almost 15 years.
He been with the Sixers for 15 years.
Let me double check.
I don't think it's been that long.
The process has been over when they traded Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that was.
Once they gave away Jimmy Butler, it was over. They should have gave away Tobias Harris that year.
10 years.
Huh?
This is his 12th year. 12 years.
All right, so what's the average time a basketball player played NBA?
About this time frame, almost 15 years.
So what process are we supposed to trust?
The process of
bullshit.
tanking to get a first round draft pick. That's the process.
Listen, no, you know what? They only holding on him to try to sell tickets, even though he's not going to be there half the time. That's all that is.
If
the Sixers fans are not pissed off and say get rid of Joel Embiid at this point, it's crazy. Why would you pay the only reason why they're holding on to him is hoping that people still buy the tickets and hope that he's going to be playing or not. That's it.
See, the thing is, right?
That's all. It's a money game, bro. Listen, Joel Embiid is washed. They're only selling tickets to keep him there and to try to act like he's going to play when they don't know he's going to play, and they're still selling tickets based off of that. Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid is washed. You have to be a fool to buy Sixers tickets to know that he's not going to be there. He ain't going to never be there. Unless you like the other players that much, which I think, honestly, Joel Embiid, you don't need him.
My thing is, and I've said this many times, and I've said this last on Tuesday as well, the Sixers need to get rid of Paul George and Joel Embiid and bring in some fresh talent that they can actually help build around BJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey.
Right,
and
before they get too old.
Exactly, and the same thing is what the Lakers are trying to do is bring in some fresh young talent around LeBron James to help him take some of the pressure off of him. But the thing is with LeBron right now is that because he's so old, he's not going to play 82 games of basketball. He's going to sit as many games as he wants to, and then he's going to jump in. And my
I mean,
opinion,
honestly, they shouldn't even considering LeBron at all in building around LeBron. LeBron is he's
right,
just a member of the team.
he's going to stay out the
There is
door.
no reason for them to build a team around LeBron right now.
He's a veteran player that there's a name that's going to
Right.
sell tickets, just like Joel Embiid.
That's
He's a
it.
name to
But
sell
you don't
tickets.
build no team around
But
somebody in their
they,
40s.
they're going to bring in. They brought in Luca. They brought in Austin Reeves. Right? Who else did they bring in to help? Try to take some of that load off of LeBron, so he didn't have to do everything and play all of this stuff. The
Yeah,
point is, though, is that
I mean, would you do that? Would you build a team right now? Would you build a team around LeBron?
would I build a team around LeBron
Yeah.
right now?
And I'm
at
asking
40?
both of y'all. Would you build it right now? Would you even think about building a team around LeBron?
No. Would you
That
build a
don't
team?
even make sense.
Nope.
Nah, he too old right now. At this point, you gotta like you said, they building around Luka. So
My
or
thing
Luka
too,
and AR. Luka and AR, they're building around them too. Because I don't
Right.
think AR is going anywhere.
I think that the Sixers need to start adapting more, right? Because, and I say not the Sixers, sorry, the NBA as a whole needs to start adapting more. And I say this because the ABA, right? When the Sixers merged and bought out the ABA, what happened? What came over to the ABA? The 3-point line, the All-Star dunk contest, that all came over to the ABA. It brought the highlight to the ABA. Dr. J came over from the ABA to the NBA, right? The 4-point line is created, and we're playing with the 4-point shot in the ABA today. The NBA needs to adapt to that as well. We got players that play in the ABA and don't even know the history of the ABA. The fact of it is that if you don't
Not at all.
know, if you don't know the history of the organization you're playing for, what are you doing?
Honestly speaking, if you go look at Dr. J
I just
play,
put the ball in the basket.
if you go look at Julius Irving,
I don't know.
you go look at Dr. J play, like if you go look at his
Right,
highlights, then you'll see where Michael Jordan got his style from.
right. That's why
Because
they
he
call him
was all that slamming from the top of the key, that was Julius Irving first. Dr. J
Jack.
was the first one to do that. That behind the basket, behind the rim shot, Dr. J. Before there was a Michael Jordan. If you go look at Dr. J, all of that stuff, people was coming and watching him play on the streets from the rooftops and stuff in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing all that long before Michael Jordan came along. So if you really want to watch, if you really want to talk about basketball, he was the one that actually catapulted the NBA. That generation catapulted the NBA into what it became.
Exactly. And the funny part, right, is that like you said right here, Dr. J spent 5 years in the ABA before it was merged into the NBA. His team was bought into the NBA, right? And so you look at it, he took his playing style and brought it from the ABA to the NBA. The ABA was selling out of more games than the NBA was before they merged together. And then when the ABA was recreated, we're trying to recreate what was already established and structured. They're bringing it back. And what is funny about this, right, is that you have these unique rules. You have these different things that you have the opportunity to do, right? Dame, you came into the Dogs, right? How did you come into the Dogs, and what did you know about the ABA when you came in?
Well, for one, I didn't know nothing about the dogs. Or not the dogs, but the ABA. I'm thinking it's just regular league, just coming to play basketball, like one of those. Until I started paying attention to the rules, like the what is it called? Uh, I forget what it's called. But yeah. So the way I got into the team was so of those who don't know, but the coach from last season, he was having a training camp or whatever. So I had went and I trained or whatever. I did good, and then I was like, I was trying to figure out what I was doing. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna play. And then I guess one weekend where he didn't have no players to go to play the Virginia team when we lost by 50. He was like, yo, can you come play? I said, I'm not doing that. I'm free. So I come play. I went to play. Ended up getting lose by 50. And then he was like, yo, you did all right. You did solid. So just, might as well just come finish the season. So I said, all right, I'll come finish the season and then went on from there. And then yeah. And then now that's where we at now. Got extended to a 2-year contract and yeah.
right? And so, like you said, right, you really don't know much about the ABA or whatnot. You wanted to play basketball because you love the game of basketball. And when we
Literally.
talk about the unique rules of the ABA, right, there's a 4-point shot in the ABA,
Yeah.
and it's pretty much like that half court line and beyond. So if you make a short shot from that half court line and beyond, it's that 4 points that you get for your team. So if you
Mhm.
shoot a buzzer beater at that half court and it goes in, counts as 4 points. The thing too is that unique rule with the 3D. If you get
That's what it is.
right,
3D.
you get
Yeah.
that still before the ball passes half court. Any 2-point becomes 3, any 3-point becomes 4, any 4 becomes 5. And the thing is that these are unique things that came from the ABA. And when we look at the NBA today, the NBA needs to start bringing entertainment back to the NBA. The fact of it is that they're not going to bring that entertainment back, right? And I just that's my opinion, and I feel that way because if I should have not missed so much NBA basketball this season because it just wasn't entertaining as much. Even the same
See,
thing with college basketball, it wasn't as
man.
entertaining. And college basketball is entertaining usually, especially around March Madness. But the
Mhm.
fact is that coming into it, I'm a Villanova fan when it comes to basketball. I was a Jay
Yeah.
Wright fan. I was at basic training in 2016 when they won the first NCAA March Madness and hit that 3-pointer. Chris Jenkins hit it over
Yeah.
UNC, and Michael Jordan was in the crowd. And guess who was sitting behind Michael Jordan at that game? No other than Al Wood, and he was right there. He would play for UNC as well. And then I got his autograph, by the way. And then 2018, I was bartending for Buffalo Wild Wings in King of Prussia, PA, and I watched that game live on the TV or whatever. And I watched them win their second NCAA tournament in 3 years. The fact is I've been a Sixers fan, a Villanova fan, everything Philadelphia sports since 2004. That's when I first started following all Philly sports teams. But
Uh-huh.
again, like I know a lot about history and stuff because that's what I study. That's what I went to college for, is to study sports. Sport management is what I got my master's degree in and my undergrad degree in. That's what I'm passionate about. But again, if I was never that passionate, the dogs would have never been around. If I was never this passionate, the lady dogs would never be around. If I was never this passionate, we would not have a youth travel team that's going to be coming on board as well, or a development team as well. But the thing is, though, right, is that you got a bunch of passionate people, and it's like a Rubik's cube too. And I was talking to the coach about this too, and I was like, you got to be able to take that confused Rubik's cube and put the pieces back the way they need to be, so it's
Yeah.
complete. And we have the pieces in place, and now we just got to fine tune some stuff. And this season alone, I'm saying this now, but the dogs are going to Las Vegas. That's what I'm saying right now.
That's why I said
Yeah.
no.
I'm calling it now. The dogs are going to Las Vegas to play in that Final Four and national championship.
You already know. We're gonna.
That's why I said no.
I was talking
I
to
have,
who that? Todd. When I
Mm-hmm.
when I first found out that he was getting signed vet, I texted him. I was like, "Yo, you know what time it is? We gotta go get him." Like this past season when we went to Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love the atmosphere. By the way, they actually like cheered,
Right.
but like we shouldn't have lost that game. Like, honestly, we just couldn't hit shots. Um, we just couldn't hit shots. It was just a lot of bad refs. Like, you know how y'all know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we going back. We going to the Final Four. No questions there.
I'm not interested in anything the NBA have to offer. That's why
And
I
see,
said no.
what he's saying right now too, right, is that he never was an NBA fan. Like he doesn't really watch basketball and all that stuff. He watched the Steelers, so he's challenged a little bit too for being a Steelers fan, but that's
Yeah,
okay. Um,
nasty.
but but the fact of it is that he started watching basketball
Mhm.
because of one team and one team only, the Delaware Dogs. And
My whole,
Appreciate
my
that.
whole, my. It's probably his vision, but
mm-hmm,
now it's become my vision. I don't care 2 cents about the NBA. All I care about is dogs basketball, and I want to see that take over the NBA. I want it to be. I want the NBA to have a competitor.
I told I
Somebody.
told him right when I first met him is that my vision for the Dogs is to be the first ever NBA team in the state of Delaware. And as we continue to grow and continue to build, we're just one step closer to being that and having that opportunity. You got all these copycats that come around you. Like,
Yeah.
again, I was telling a lot of different people this. We playing chess right now. We're moving strategically and putting these people in place and putting players in place to be successful. And the fact is that when we start winning more games, we start gaining more sponsors. There's other pro teams like the Delaware Snipers. They've been around for 5 years and then they retired.
Mhm.
There's been other semi-pro teams and everything like that who come through Delaware, but we're going to be the longest standing pro basketball team in Delaware. On top of it all, the moves that we're doing, teams are starting to follow, like T for T. And someone told me this. It said, you know you're doing something right when people try to mimic exactly what you're already doing, but it don't work for them. Look at the Dogs logo and then look at the mascot for this TBL team that's in Delaware. And what did it look? If you put them side by side, they look exactly the same. The legs spread apart just the same, the ball being dribbled the same way, and the same hand and everything, right? On top of that, how many players from the Delaware Dogs organization as a whole went over to play for that TBL team? 3 so far that played for the actual main team, and then 2 from the development team. It's 5 total. So, like, when we look at it, we have the formula for success here in the Delaware Dogs organization.
Yeah.
People want to be us. They want to be like us, but they can't be like us because when we move in silence and we do the things that we do, people are going to start to see what we're doing. The fact is that most people didn't know about us because we were strategically moving the way we needed to move in order to get to where we needed to be. And now, when we ended our season a month ago, we were only at 645 followers on Instagram. And right now, we're almost at 1,100 followers on Instagram alone.
Yeah.
We're at 1,063 followers on Instagram alone. Then we look at look at YouTube, and we're at 186 followers or subscribers on YouTube. But we're growing. When we first started, 7 months ago, we were at only 99 subscribers. We jumped 90 some subscribers in that time frame.
Uh-huh.
So we're growing and people are starting to realize this stuff. And then when we talk about community presence, the stuff that the GM and the coaches are working up is crazy. When you look at Dogs University tomorrow and see what is cooking at Dogs University, it's going to be compared to no other tryout, no other anything that teams have put together because we have some of the best player development coaches in the industry alone.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow for sure.
Speaking of, right, tell us about that workout. Tell us what you did. Like, how was that workout?
So I actually Coach Mark, I hit him. I had
Mhm.
followed him on Instagram and I hit him. I was like, yo, I'm just trying to get some work in, see what your schedule's like. He texted me that same morning and was like, yo, you can come tonight. It was on Sunday actually. So he was like, yo, you can come tonight, go get some work. So I'm like, all right, good. So I got there around like 10, I guess. Yeah, 10 at night. And he was just asking me about how the season went and actually, et cetera. Told him about the season. He was like, so you a point guard? I was like, I am, but I'm really a shooter. If people who knew me, if y'all seen in the games, I'm mainly a shooter. So
Right.
he was like, all right, that works. So if y'all watch the workout, he was just basically putting me in different actions of what expected in the game, just different reads and stuff like that. So it was good work. I actually enjoyed it,
Hmm.
and then just getting that communication with the coach, new assistant coach, it helped a lot.
Hmm.
So yeah.
So when we look at like as a whole, right, and you look at the organization as like that workout, right?
Mhm.
How was that workout compared to other workouts that you've been put through?
Um, to be honest, it's probably one of my best workouts, just because it was more attention to detail. Like I'm real big on that, so I would just ask some questions, more attention to detail. Asking them what I could do on certain reads and certain options I can get off of that in game decisions. Yeah, that's probably one of my top three favorite workouts though, and best workouts for
That's
sure.
good. That's good. It's funny too, right? Because I got to talk to Coach Mark the other day after the workout, and I was asking him. The first time I talked to him on the phone and everything, and I was like, "So
Mhm.
how was that workout?" And he said it was a great workout or whatnot. Eager to learn, and the funniest thing, and I didn't even notice. He was like, I played against the head coach in a basketball game against his team not that long ago. I said, wait, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, I still play basketball. I'm still doing this. I'm like, yo,
That's
that's crazy.
yeah.
Like,
So he told me, he was like, "Yeah, I'm still 27." I said, "What?" So and that he was like, "Yeah, I'm still active." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So and I could tell by the way he was sitting there like helping me, he could still go.
right.
So it showed a lot for sure.
Yeah, like I look at his videos and the different videos he put up there, and like he still can
Yeah.
move. And the fact too is that if you look at it, a lot of the players that come through his workouts, you got a player
Mhm.
from like a player or two from Philly Thunder, you got a player or two from like the 9450 leagues, you got a player or two, like he
Yeah.
gets players from all over to come to
Mhm.
his workouts. And
Yeah.
it shows a lot. The fact that he has his own summer league going and all of that stuff, it
Yeah.
speaks a lot to what he's doing for the
Yep.
community. And that's just goes back to the point is that, you know, when people look at our organization now and they're going to see like, you know, we're in the community a lot more. We're giving back. We're doing so much, not only just for our players, but for everyone else. Because when we look at Dogs University, yeah, it's an opportunity for you to come showcase your talent, but it's an opportunity for you to get better every single day. And no
Yeah.
matter what, like you in the off season, you in Dogs University. And then people, when we start posting about Dogs University, what is Dogs University? What's that? What's that? Tell me more.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this team ain't got no university that I can go to. Let me come slide over here. And then boom, they little do they know they might be getting scouted to play, you know, in this development team. They might be scouted to play here, but it's an opportunity for people to showcase who they truly are and to get that help because guess what? What Mark did to you for you is he helped you fine tune your craft so you
Mhm.
become better. And what he's going to do in Dogs University is just that same thing. And what we're working on is just mind blown because again, when we talk about stats and we look at stats in a bigger picture, how many people was sent overseas from the ABA this past season?
I don't know.
Not a lot. I can tell you that. Not a lot. But when you come to Dogs University, you got an opportunity to get scouted so you can possibly go play overseas or possibly go play in the G League or whatever it may be. But these are things that we're trying to put together to work and grind, right? But guess what?
Yeah.
We got the formula. We started the formula.
Yep.
And quite frankly, this formula came by an accident. This formula for Dogs University, and it was funny because we were just talking, and then it just came through me and the coach. And it was like, man, I was like, Dogs University, what's this? And he was like, oh, my bad, I didn't mean. I said, no, that's great. I love it. I said we can be Dogs University in the you know the preseason when we want to work out in the summer, different things. Dogs University, yo, like the excitement that came through from both of us combined, like
Yeah.
it's like you could see the smoke that come out of our head because we just created something that is going to benefit our organization or whatever it may be, right? And what I'm trying to get at too is that oh, he got a question for you. Let's put that on the screen.
Question for Dean: how was the head coach, huh? The assistant last season, and do you think um last season since I feel like last season since I came so late, they didn't really have a role for me. It was just more so like getting where you fit in. But I feel like with this season and the way I stayed in communication with the coach or my head coach right now. I think he got something for me in terms of putting me in the offense. Um, defensively of course, but I think this year like I'll have an actual role. So we'll see what happens for sure during the season and during the summer.
I'm a spoiler alert real fast. That is your head coach.
Oh, it is. Oh, but yeah, I think this year I have an actual role. So for sure. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't read the question. I'll get to the scene. What's up, coach?
So yeah, man. Like I said, like me and Shaq know
I'm
each
ready. I
other.
just
We
read.
haven't
I'm
known
ready.
each other very long.
Excited.
Um, we haven't known each other very long, but I respect his once we started talking, busted up. I respect his mindset. You know what I mean, like his ambition, his drive. You know what I mean. He want more for for what he's doing than sometimes an individual. His mind is big. His dream is like this. But when me and him was talking, it was just like, all right, you know what I mean? Now, again, I'm an older guy. Um, my mind is always, I'm a business minded person. That's kind of a strong point for me when it comes to
Right.
money, finance, business, stuff like that. That's a strong point for me. And I was just like, I said, yo, I said, I like what you're talking about. I said, the only, and that's where we started collaborating. I said, look, man, I said, I got a YouTube page. And at that time,
Right.
I don't even think I think I might have been close to about 2,000 subscribers at the time when we first started talking.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't even that long ago. And I said,
No,
look,
it was less than 2,000. It was like just over 1.5.
yeah. And I was like, yo, I said, listen, I got a YouTube page. I said, I'm growing and I'm growing fast. I know how to do this thing. And I said, we can collab on this. And I said, and I said, if anything I could do, I know for sure I can help you with is to get you the exposure while I'm growing the channel and get you more exposure. And then we jumped in and, we started collaborating on the videos and stuff like that. And then some of the people that was follow my channel heavy, started getting involved. So he got like out the pit. They live down Atlanta, not Atlanta, but they live in Florida.
Yeah.
And so he started establishing a fan base down in Florida. Ant like the Bug is in Ohio, so he started establishing a fan base in Ohio, California. I think what's the name is in California, South Carolina. I mean, of course, Delaware, Philly, a lot of other places locally and stuff like that. So what ended up happening is that the Dogs Basketball League, of course, you need exposure. Like,
right.
If nobody know you are, it is what it is. I mean, a lot of times people don't understand that part is the NBA didn't just bam, the NBA. It didn't become what it became today when it first. So nobody knew what the NBA was. Like, what are you talking about? National Basketball Association. What are you talking about? If you ask somebody that when it first started out, nobody would know.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it takes for a league, for organization, is consistency. Somebody gonna have to go first. Somebody gonna have to go through the grind of building something greater than just an average. And then as long as you stay consistent, and as long as you do that, and as long as you stay, and they go out there and they running ball, they playing ball, the organization, and you started bringing all these pieces together, eventually you're gonna see the revenue. If you're in it for the money, you're gonna lose sight of that. You're gonna get discouraged every time. But if you're in it for the right reasons, the money is the reward eventually. You know what I mean? I started doing YouTube. YouTube don't pay me. It wasn't paying me. It wasn't paying me a nickel. I was doing YouTube every day. But it was an end game of, I know that there is a point where it will. Now, of course, there is money that revenue come through my channel now on YouTube. Now, before, when you felt like you said, I was at 1.5, and that wasn't even a year ago. That was like maybe 6 months ago. We done already grown to almost 6,000 subscribers since then. So who's to say where we're going to be at a year from now? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is the reason why I'm glad we kind of collab, airing the games on there. First started out, you got some, you got 50, 60 people online watching the games. Out, you end up seeing 200-300 views. You don't know where these people are at. Eventually, you're going to start selling merchandise. Eventually, people are going to start recognizing your face. If you're on there, 1 million subscribers, and you're on there playing running ball, at some point, they're going to be like, oh, that's he played for the Dogs. He's number so-and-so for Dogs basketball, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying with that? But,
right.
You know what I mean? Nobody would know who LeBron is if he was just a person that went through college and played basketball. If he just was an average person that never played basketball. You don't know where it's going to go. You know what I mean? That's the point that I'm making is you never know where it's going to go. But it ain't going to go nowhere if you don't put it in the work. That's the reality.
And so, like, to your point, too, right? So, like, we just started and was only known in PA and Delaware. Then, boom, we started growing. So, we grew, and now we got PA, we got Jersey, we got Delaware, we got Maryland, we got Virginia, we got we got Atlanta, we got California, we got Ohio, we got Virginia, we got Florida, we got the Carolinas. So we're just all over now. People know who we are. Like someone just put in the chat, what's up from Atlanta. So we got people that's out here, right? And so it's just, our buzz is getting out there and whatnot. Yeah, I did put my video of me facing LeBron up there. It's crazy. It's still up here too, by the way. I ain't taking it down either. I crossed him over. I laid him up. It was and I was golden. And
Hey.
I guess it was good though. But I'm gonna pass the mic back over to you one last time, and then we're gonna close it out for the night. That way everybody can have their night back. So open mic for you now.
As y'all know, number 5, ready to hoop. We got big days coming for Dog Nation. I'm ready to have a great season. But we had to bring y'all with us. Yeah.
So with that being said, everybody, I'm gonna pass it over to OG, and then I'm gonna close it out once he's done.
Everybody, like I always say, y'all have a blessed, a wonderful day. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all go over to Dogs Basketball, his channel. Make sure y'all like and y'all subscribe over there, and make sure y'all stay tuned for all the great things that we're doing here on the OG Network. And that's Real Talk. We're growing. We're gonna be continuing to grow. When we get the games, we'll air them live here. They'll be aired live on Dogs Basketball thing. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is that this one day y'all gonna everything that we're saying now, you're gonna look back and say, "Man, I remember." And even now, for the people that started out earlier, they say, "Oh man, I remember when it." Now we done already tripled the support system from 6-7 months ago. So we only can imagine how far we're gonna go as long as we stay consistent and we keep putting our foot to the grind. And make sure y'all check out the other shows that we do on here. On Friday mornings, we do Financial Fridays, which I talk about investing and stuff like that. And check one day when we get a chance to, we're gonna talk about that on another side, because I think I want to maybe when you guys get yourself situated and stuff like that, because some of your individual players and stuff like that, they got futures,
right?
And they have a future, and if they're gonna have a future, they're gonna need to know how. If you start making some money and some good money, what to do with it and how to do it, so you don't go broke down the road. Right. We do Financial Fridays over here. We also have Firearm Friday on when we talk about firearms. We got the Fracker Show, which we do Sundays at 12:00 noon. Monday is Philly Talk. Tuesday is, again, Unfiltered Sports. And then we have Wednesday, which is top to bottom hair and skincare products. They got organics, which they make hair care products, skincare products. They make all types of wonderful stuff, candles. They make air fresheners, all types of stuff. They are a supporter of the channels on Wednesdays at 7:00 p.m. They come in, sometimes live, sometimes not, but they make all types of handcrafted skincare products, hair care products, and all stuff. So if you want interested in that, or something that's non-toxic products that for your skin, for your hair, make sure y'all check them out every Wednesday, 7:00, and then again Thursday, like we are now, 7:00. So all those shows are at 7:00 p.m. Monday to Friday, except for the Fracker Show, which is Sunday at 12:00 noon, and Financial Friday, which is 10 a.m. on Fridays. But other than all the other shows that I talked about, at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday to Friday. Make sure y'all check them all out. Like, subscribe, and y'all have a blessed, wonderful day, and we out of here. Peace.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all for taking the time. Thank you to Dane for coming on the show and just talking some trash about the bum LeBron James or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day,
next time.
We got our supporters and everything like that. So thank you all for tuning into the chat. I appreciate you guys for the love and support. And with that being said, you guys have a great rest of your night. Enjoy your time. Take your time back, and let's go Dogs.
Let's go Dogs.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it, and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.